Talk to
We're
her.
living in the era of transactional dating. That's why.
Well, not
Men
me.
men realize they don't have to be your boyfriend no more. They don't have to be faithful anymore. They feed you well, good dinners, good trips, good gifts. That's all they want
Well,
now.
not for me. I need old
And that's
school
why
love. I'm
nobody
sorry.
is
I
trying to
want
really
love.
date, because why would you date when the woman don't really want that no more? If
Not
you
all
put
women.
a girl right now to a test and ask her what's more important to you, the big Chanel bag right now, Salome in a new car, and not paying your rent or love, how many of that 10 would fail and say love instead of that?
A lot.
Matthew 24 and 12. And because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. Shalom. I would like to give all praises to Yahweh, Baal Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Baal Hashem, Kakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. And peace to the whole full that scattered abroad throughout the four corners of the earth. So as y'all heard in the beginning of this video, I mean, it was just facts that were spoken. I mean, ain't no denying that. And so this is the transactional era of quote unquote dating. And that's why a lot of dudes are just opting out of the game altogether and getting their passport to have their way. Or they're just doing their own thing, just staying single. So it really depends on the person's spirit because, everybody's different. But let me read this again, Matthew 24 and 12. And because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. So there really is no such thing as love. And everything that you do for a woman, it comes with strings attached or stipulations. There's a saying in boxing, you're only as good as your last fight. And so the moment that you say no or you don't live up to that chick's expectation, she's going to start shopping around. And that's just the nature of quote unquote dating, jumping around from person to person or relationship to relationship, which really shouldn't be the norm anyway for these chicks. However, we all know what the scriptures say about monogamy. A man can have multiple women that he's dealing with. However, it's a double standard. The same rule doesn't apply to these chicks. And so really, I've come to the conclusion that these chicks is moving like the niggas. I mean, that's just what it is. That's just the power that they were given by Satan. So be that as it may, you just have to adapt. I know it's a messed up situation that we living in, but it is what it is for now. Next scripture. 1 Timothy 6 and 10. For the love of money is the root of all evil, while some covet after they have erred from the faith and pierced themselves through with many sorrows. So now, money is more important than love. The love is supposed to be free. The love is supposed to be unconditional because we're all the same people. You know what I mean? We all come from the same lineage. So, with the economy being in the state that it's in and it being harder to live, that chase towards wealth and status it's going up. People want that. Women want that. They want that money, that status, that wealth. You ask any one of them, how much does a dude have to make per year? They're going to say, 6 figures and up, this and that. You know what I mean? And that's just the majority of them. Now, you may have some that say, money doesn't matter. As long as we're both working, we can combine our incomes, this and that. All right, cool. You might find one like that. But you're going to shift through a lot of bad ones before you find a good one. And then you got to factor in age, ethnicity, social economic status. So, I mean, for what it's worth, for all that you gotta put in to find someone here, if that's what you want, is a relationship, then you might as well just go overseas, because then you're gonna be having your way. All the type of women that you're into, I mean, they're gonna be a dime a dozen. In Babylon, majority of these chicks, they're not even worth a dime. They come with baggage, they come with problems, trauma. You know, a lot of them like to go out on the weekends, hit the club, party, drink. That's why they're Asian. That's why they wear a lot of makeup to mask all that. They be wearing the false hair, the extensions, the eyelashes. And not to mention it, they want you to pay for that. So, is it really love? Is that what it's about, or is it just transactional? I mean, come on. Verse 11, but thou, O man of God, flee these things and follow after righteousness, godliness, faith, love, patience, meekness. And, you know, for the chosen ones, those are that are in their right minds, that's what they follow after. You see here, there's many paths that you can take, but the way to go is straight. This is 2 Timothy 3:1. Just know also that in the last days perilous times shall come, for men shall be lovers of their own selves, covetous, boasters, proud, blasphemers, disobedient to parents, unthankful, unholy. And the same goes for women and men. Without natural affection, truth breakers, false accusers, incontinent, fierce, despisers of those that are good, traitors, heady, high-minded, lovers of pleasures more than lovers of the Most High, having a form of godliness, but denying the power thereof. From such turn away. For of this sort are they which creep into houses and lead captive silly women laden with sins, led away with diverse lust, ever learning and never able to come into the knowledge of the truth. So this is just the times that we're living in. You know, everybody's just completely off path. You know, a lot of people's morals and ways of thinking don't align with one another. And, you know, a lot of people are also, you know, stuck in that mindset of just trying to stay afloat or live in abundance, live a luxurious life, especially these chicks. You know, they want that of all. You know, which is why they go to school and get a ridiculous amount of debt just so that they can have a high paying job. But is that really what they want? Here it is, they'll get that job, but then they start complaining. Oh, I work too much. Oh, this is a lot. I want to live a soft life. I want to do it to take care of me. So it's like, which one is it? What is it that you want? You don't know what you want because you're not living in your essence. This wasn't designed for you to live. Realistically, you know, our women, they're supposed to be like housewives, so to say. They're really not even supposed to be working a 9 to 5. And that's why it's in their spirit to chase after someone with a higher status, because women are naturally hypergamous. They want to date up. So here in Babylon, dudes have just been economically restrained. You know, this ain't the era where a man can have one income and support a whole family. Those days are over. So that's why the Lord has to come get us, man. This is no way for us to live. So hope y'all found this video edifying. Peace.